Today on CEOs You Should Know, we have an opportunity to welcome Youmna Squalli. Did I even come close?
Not even.
Well, this is a great opportunity for all of us to learn together how to say your name correctly, because your name is going to be very important for a lot of people in South Carolina. So I want to make sure we get the pronunciation correct.
I love it. It's Youmna Squalli.
Youmna.
Yes, Youmna Squalli. I guess we're going to be helping the South Carolina public know about how to spell my name now.
That's right. Well, listen, your name is very important, and the name of your webpage is just as important, EcoSteris. It's EcoSteris.com. Since this is called CEOs You Should Know, and before we talk about EcoSteris, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. In many areas now of South Carolina, including certainly Columbia, Charleston, and Greenville, it's become quite a point of pride for us to say, you're not from around here, are you? Because we become a magnet for so many bright, intelligent business entrepreneurs, medical specialists, so that when someone comes with a name that we're not used to pronouncing, a lot of times we'll ask ourselves, I wonder where she's from. Were you born in South Carolina?
No, not at all. I was born and raised in Lebanon, actually. But I was living and working in Dubai, and I met my husband there, who was visiting Dubai for a work trip. And at the time, he was living in Greenville, South Carolina. And when we decided to get married, I did not want to leave Dubai at that time. My family lived there, and, I had my life there. So he moved to Dubai for a couple of years, and eventually we decided we wanted to be back in the States, and we decided on Charleston. So that's how we ended up here. We love it, and it's over 10 years now.
Well, I know most of us have seen, if we haven't been there, and I have not, I've Googled pictures of Dubai. It's incredible there, and I know it's quite a different, probably, cultural shift, but Charleston is quite a nice place to live, and the state of South Carolina is certainly becoming a booming state for a lot of different industries. As we talk about EcoSteris, let's talk specifically about what your company does. It's bio-waste disposal.
Correct. EcoSteris is a full-service biomedical waste management company. We offer a turnkey solution that covers collection, transportation, treatment, and the final disposal of regulated medical waste, all handled with, of course, the highest standards of safety and compliance. We bring the best-in-class practices to every step of our process. We partner with healthcare systems, with hospitals, private practices. We even work with airports. We work with ports to ensure that all their regulated waste is managed safely and, most importantly, in full compliance with regulations, because, medical waste and regulated waste is highly regulated. I would say that the heart of our operations is our state-of-the-art treatment facility in Somerville, which utilizes cutting-edge technologies to significantly reduce the volume of the waste that we treat. Mm-hmm. And that really is what sets us apart, is our commitment to sustainability when it comes to medical waste, because optimizing the treatment process can help the healthcare providers lower their environmental footprint through a smarter and more responsible waste program like EcoSteris Waste Program.
I, like many people, have been at the doctor's office, or maybe you've visited someone in the nursing home, or maybe even a veterinarian's office, where there is a disposal apparatus attached to the wall specifically for needles and the like. I have often wondered, I wonder who collects that and what they do with it. You mentioned the technology that you bring to the industry. I had never thought that they actually incinerated this, but that is the old school or traditional way of handling these products. But your EcoSteris facility has an entirely different process.
Correct. We do not incinerate, and we do not use any chemicals to treat our waste. We use high pressure and high steam to sterilize and neutralize the waste to its core. And after treatment, we double shred the waste to reduce its volume. And by doing that, we render the waste untraceable and unrecognizable, which is extremely important for healthcare provider because it removes the liability away from them. And more importantly, it reduces the volume of the waste by 80%. This translates to less waste going to landfill and less carbon emission coming out of landfill. Ultimately, we help the healthcare providers lower their environmental footprint. So it's been a pleasure doing this in the state of South Carolina, and we are very, very happy to be helping healthcare providers in the state way to really make an impact on the environment through using our waste programs.
This sterilization process, and I know I dumbed that way down, brings you to the point where you do not incinerate it. And I can only imagine, I don't know, that a facility for bio-waste that did incinerate would then release chemicals into the air that certainly is becoming more and more a concern for the residents of any community, and in particular in Dorchester County and Somerville. So there is absolutely nothing released into the atmosphere with your facility's procedures.
Yes, absolutely correct. There's no emission in the process of our treatment, and that's why we're pushing to continue innovating and continue having processes and streamlining our processes to ensure sustainable and environmentally friendly practices.
You know, I can only imagine, because I'm sure that you fall under strict guidelines and adhere to all the policies and the rules, obviously, of DHEC or other regulatory agencies. I can only imagine in dealing with like needles and sharp points that this would be a liability, correct me if I'm wrong, would be a liability for me as a hospital manager, for instance, if I did not make sure that this waste was handled correctly.
That's one of the biggest concerns that healthcare organizations have, and that's what makes it extremely important for healthcare organizations to pick the right partners. I always say that what sets EcoSteris apart is really our commitment to doing the basics exceptionally well. Because our industry is focused on reliability, on compliance, all these health organizations, they need partners that they can trust. Someone that can show up every time on time and manage their waste with that precision and that accountability. And we really build our entire model around that promise. We really think that we are an extension to their infection control team. And the quality of our operation truly differentiates us. Our state-of-the-art facility and our focus on sustainability and safety really allows us to deliver that level of service that's consistent and forward-thinking. We encourage our healthcare providers and doctor offices to vet their providers to make sure that they are using the right processes in place and that they are doing things in a compliant way to adhere with the rules and regulations.
I visited EcoSteris.com. I remember seeing now something about OSHA. Do you actually help them train their employees how to handle these materials correctly? I would imagine that would be a tremendous benefit for your clients.
Absolutely. Education is a big part of what we do, whether it's through our portal to our existing customers or whether it's through our communication, our newsletters. We try to be as informative as we can about all the rules and regulations, what to do and what not to do. Specifically for our customers, they do access our customer portal and they have access to all the OSHA and HIPAA compliant trainings. Their team members can go online and watch a video and then take a quiz and get certified for certain training and compliance certifications like bloodborne pathogen or DOT trainings or HIPAA training. So we offer that to our customers to ensure that they are first and foremost informed and most importantly in compliance with the regulations, because these certifications are mandatory. Some of them are done on a yearly basis, some of them every 3 years. So we keep track of all that and we help our customers to ensure that they are always in compliance when it comes to certification.
The technology that you're bringing to our state is exciting, and in particular for those residents in and around Somerville, Charleston, Dorchester County, and the like, for them to be able to utilize your facility maybe for their own personal use of medications.
Yes, correct. We actually launched a program called Because We Care. It is our community free of cost home-generated sharps disposal program, and it's truly one of the initiatives that I'm most proud of because, as you know, healthcare is changing very, very quickly, and more care is happening at home, which means more medical waste is being generated outside the hospitals and the clinic's walls. And unlike the clinical setting where rules for proper handling of home-generated sharps are not always very clear or widely understood. So that really creates a risk for families, for caregivers, even for landfill workers or workers that pick up the waste at recycling facilities, for example. And ultimately, it's a risk for the environment. So we saw a gap there, and we knew that we had a responsibility to help. So we created this program because we care. It's a simple, safe, and completely free of cost program. Anyone in the community that wants to stop by our facility, they can drop their needles, and EcoSteris will treat them at no cost. It's our way of giving back to the community that really welcomed us so warmly, and more importantly, to help reduce those needle stick injuries and protect the public health and support the people who keep our waste and recycling system running safely. So the program really reflects who we are as a company and reflects how much we care about our community, and we believe that taking action to keep it safe is extremely important.
Have you had an opportunity to work directly with the Department of Commerce in the state of South Carolina? And tell me what that experience was like, and did that in any way, shape, or form help you determine exactly where you were going to start your footprint for EcoSteris?
I can honestly say that we've been humbled by how supportive the South Carolina Department of Commerce has been towards us and how forward-thinking in general the state is. The business community and our regulatory agencies has all been incredibly open and engaged and innovative-driven. So it really made the decision to establish EcoSteris here an easy one, as long as we, continue delivering and keeping up, the promises that we give our community. And we're very fortunate to be working with amazing partners, from hospitals to local governments like the Department of Commerce, who genuinely want to do the right thing for our community. And our team also is made up of passionate South Carolinians who believe deeply in the work we do. So I would say EcoSteris wouldn't be what it is today without the state, and we're proud to call South Carolina our home, and we're very excited for what's coming ahead, for sure.
For those of us who follow carefully what the governor's office is doing and planning for the state of South Carolina and what kind of administrative commitment Mr. Lightsey and the like have brought to the Department of Commerce, I'm excited to hear you talk about EcoSteris and you becoming a shining example of exactly what we hope to see as our seed money went to the Department of Commerce to encourage others, businesses, to come to South Carolina, start a footprint as you have, and then grow that footprint so that you can serve our community and even further. I get an opportunity to talk to a lot of CEOs because I host this podcast. Just hearing about the technology that you bring to the table, the obvious public safety concerns that you're addressing, makes me feel very proud to know that you decided to move from Dubai all the way to, in this case, Summerville, which is an incredible community, to start your company here. Thank you so much. I think the state of South Carolina is excited to learn about you, and we look forward to seeing what EcoSteris will be able to do next.
Well, thank you so much. We are extremely proud and excited to all the amazing work that we will continue bringing to the state of South Carolina through EcoSteris. So thank you so much for highlighting our work, and we look forward to part 2. Maybe we can talk more about what's in the future.
I'd love to get an update from you soon.
Thank you for having me.